Bigfoot sightings are phenomena that have been around for centuries. From cave paintings and prehistoric fossils of the ape-like beasts to eyewitness modern-day reports and movies inspired by them, Bigfoot has captured the public eye on far more than one occasion. Perhaps one of the most convincing pieces of evidence of the legendary Bigfoot is the 1967 North American footage of a first-hand encounter, usually dubbed the Patterson footage. This particular footage has never been proved a fake, and is probably the firm keystone in holding up the Bigfoot believers around the world. In New Zealand, there was little publicly known Bigfoot activity, so we here at Amongst the Unknown set out to find out if the past reports and sightings here in New Zealand had any authenticity to them. Amongst some clips we found that the main hotspot around the country was in a small town called Kapoi in the Waimakariri District of North Canterbury. From even the 1800s, the local Maoris described seeing a Moehau, a large bipedal, hairy, extremely aggressive ape-like creature lurking in the forest and attacking tribes and their animals. Other reports abounded, but one of the most intriguing pieces of evidence we found was taken here in Pines Beach Forest by an unnamed hunter in the early 1970s. The next piece of evidence we found was a police report about a murdered fisherman. On the 13th of March 1978, John Sherper and Murray Scott went missing after failing to return to their homes that evening after going fishing down the three streams in the Kapoi area of North Canterbury. After exhaustive police searching over 2 days, the bloodied remains of Murray Scott were found 6 miles downstream in an enclosed wooded area. His body appeared to have been pulled apart and parts of it eaten before being apparently abandoned. Subsequent reports showed that no four-legged animal would be capable of such a task, and suspicion was placed on Murray Scott's fishing friend, John Sherper. While the police were convinced it was Sherper, they were intrigued by various bits of fur that they found around the body, along with a large tooth. A day later, on the 16th of March, John Sherper arrived back home. After being taken into custody, the police recorded Sherper's story. Sherper claimed that while they had been fishing, they were attacked by a huge ape-like creature, which knocked him to the ground and proceeded to grab Murray Scott and carrying him away on his back. The suspect said he then chased the beast and tracked it for a day, trying to keep hidden to try and find a way to kill it. When Sherper finally caught up to it, he watched helplessly as the beast ripped apart his friend and started to eat him alive. The suspect then said he ran and hid for 2 nights, not knowing how to comprehend what he had seen. After hearing these far-fetched claims, the police locked Sherper up in the county jail for the night, and when they checked in the morning, he had escaped and was never seen again. Various sightings, cattle death, and reports of strange howling noises and large footprints were also reported from February 1978 until they finally died down in around October 1978. Other sightings and reports have continued inconsistently from 1978 and appear to have died down in early 1996 until now. On the 23rd of September 2009, farmers Pete and Julie Bulwark heard a commotion from their cattle herd and loud whooping noises. Batch Trasser investigates.
Heading to a couple of locations now. Got a few good leads on things, a couple of good witnesses. One of the farmers who's been having his cattle slaughtered in the middle of the night. So we're going to get some answers out of him to see if he's seen anything and try and get into the mind of the Yeti.
I got up in the morning, woke up me and Julie, heard this whooping noise. Went out, we got some clothes on, went outside, and the whooping was gone. And then saw the cows, they were a bit spooked, And in the morning after, I checked the cows and 2 of them were gone. And found the remains the day after. It wasn't very pretty,
After getting some first-hand insight from Pete Bulwark, we needed more information. Jonathan Wordsworth reports from Kapoi Museum.
Jonathan Wordsworth here at the historical Kapoi Museum to find some evidence of the
legendary Sasquatch in this area. And here we are at one of the exhibits at the Kaipoi Museum. Now, I believe these are the clothes of one of the women that was attacked in these 78 supposed attacks around the Waimakariri area. Let's continue on. Now here we are in the famous jail in which one of the alleged fishermen that went missing and arrived 2 days later was found guilty of attacking his friend. Now, he escaped this very jail the next day, which I find extremely intriguing. Now, if we look around, we can see what it was like back in these days, in the 70s, late 70s I believe it was. Now, as you can see, this right here was actually designed to capture the Bigfoot. It was designed by the county sheriff here. Now, this particular design, as you can see, it moves around. They used to put bait in there, you know, some sort of meat. You'd find a bit of off-cut from the butcher and they put it in there, and they'd often find bits of fur and stuff left in it, but it seems that their traps were not ingenious enough to capture the Bigfoot. As I stand outside the entrance to the marvellous Kaipoi Museum here, we've found some amazing evidence for the Bigfoot sightings of the 60s, 70s and perhaps the 80s as well. The real question remains to me is, are these artefacts contained in this building, are they real artefacts or are they false? If they are false, perhaps they are for some other bigger reason that we do not know yet. My name is Jonathan Wordsworth for Amongst the Unknown. After seeing some of the history, the recording crew decided that we needed some more physical evidence. Batch Tracer managed to secure an interview with world-renowned geologist and Yeti expert Nigel Thermocord, who claims to have a freshly cast Yeti footprint from Pines Beach.
And welcome to Amongst the Unknown. We're here tonight with world-renowned geologist Professor Nigel Thermocord, discussing these rare findings of the Yeti foot found in the Waimakariri bush area. Nigel, many years of experience, so could you tell us that, judging by this footprint, is this an accurate representation of a Yeti's foot?
Yes, I can tell you that, Batch. It does exhibit many of the traits, as I've said, of the specimens in my lab. And in fact, from this footprint we can actually tell that the Yeti in question was a female. You can see the growth on the end of the toes, which is actually a kind of fungus used to attract the males of the species. And the arch in the foot, as you can see, indicates that it was about 43 years old.
Now, Nigel, my researchers have dug up some information from the internet. Obviously not a real reliable source, but a source nonetheless. Now, you saying there's 4 different species of these things clashes with the research that we have dug up. So do you think there could be some kind of hybrid epidemic on our hands?
Well, Batch, that is the theory I'm working on, and of course it has always been my opinion and the opinion of most of the public that the internet is always right. However, I do believe that there is the possibility of a sort of merging of the gene pool. Many of the footprints, in fact, like this specimen here that we have collected so far, do seem to suggest certain similarities between the 4 species. And there is, I believe, room for a sort of merging, as you say.
Well, Nigel, it's been a pleasure having you here as always. Good to have your expert advice.
It's always good to be here, Batch. It's not like I have anything better to do.
Well, you heard it first. I'm Batch Tracer reporting from Amongst the Unknown.
After talking to Nigel, we decided that Jonathan Wordsworth should try and get the public opinion about the Yeti phenomena. So, what do you know about the Waimakariri Moehau, the Bigfoot sightings in the Pines Beach forest?
No, I have no idea.
Oh. Excuse me, sir, what do you know about the Bigfoot things in the area?
No idea what you're talking
The
about.
Bigfoot sightings in Pines. While the general public absolutely wouldn't have a bar of the Yeti phenomena, the local parliamentary MP, Clayton Cosgrove, did.
Look, I'm told there's been a sighting of a so-called Bigfoot around our district of Waimakariri. I haven't seen one, but I've been asked to make a comment about it. I haven't seen one around the place, but if I did see one, it could well be confusing because it may well remind me of some of my, or look like some of my parliamentary colleagues. I won't say which ones for obvious reasons, but I hope it all goes well.
With public opinion not